Hi, I'm John from Just Music. If you like today's show, give it a thumbs up, like, and subscribe. Very important. Thanks for tuning in. Today, we're going to be reviewing the much anticipated brand new Rolling Stone CD, Foreign Tongues. As I'm recording this is July 27th ish of 2026. This album came out a couple of weeks ago. Foreign Tongues, brand new Rolling Stones album, 14 tracks. This album and their last album, Hackney Diamonds, which came out in 2024, converted me to be a full-blown Rolling Stones fan. They're just improving with age. I mean, these guys are in their 80s now, and Mick Jagger is just so full of energy. And uh, the amount of effort that went into this is bar none. It's just an awesome album. Totally radio friendly, although it probably won't get much airplay. It's produced by Andy Watt, who produced Hackney Diamonds, also produced the latest Paul McCartney album, The Boys of Dungeon Lane. I'm going to do a complete 14 track by track review of this album. I heard from another channel that the United States sales of this album as of last week were approximately 52,000. I say album, CD and albums combined, which is disparaging because when Hackney Diamonds was released, they sold about twice that amount. Okay, so they still have time on the clock to meet or beat that record, but it's a sign of the times where people are not buying hard copies, but you should, because like so many albums, so many CDs, in time they get remastered, remixed, re-released, and you get different versions of this. So by buying a physical media, you are having a time capsule. Um, so Rolling Stones, I really love this album. This is going to be a really good review. Track by track, the first track is Rough and Twisted, which is a very loud and raunchy, heavy blues song. And every now and then, the Rolling Stones are known for taking stuff out of the vaults. It wouldn't surprise me if Mick's vocals on this were taken from the vaults with new music kind of remixed with it. Charlie Watts is on one of these songs as well, one or two of these songs. Um, and I didn't make the footnote of which one it is, but all right. Second song, In the Stars. That's the song you're hearing the most on the radio. Super cool, classic Rolling Stones that goes back to like the early 70s, in my opinion, but with a modern pop twist on it. Very radio friendly, really cool. And just in general, almost all of these songs, they're paying homage to their past. They're taking little snippets of past hits and kind of paying homage to them. They're not, by no means, are they cut and pasting these things at all, but they're throwing in a little bit of like Easter egg gold dust into a lot of these songs, which is really cool. I really like that song. The third song is called Jealous Lover, very radio friendly. Has the classic Mick Jagger falsetto on it, almost Prince-like. Uh, yeah, a cool song. Fourth song is Mr. Charm. Uh, it's very modern, with classic Stone riffs and hooks in it, like Jumpin' Jack Flash and Heartbreaker. Like it's all these little Easter eggs kind of thrown in there. It's very upbeat, kind of dancey with a 4/4 beat, like Mr. Charm, Mr. Charm. Very modern. It's got some cool lyrics in it. Um, and the hook to Mr. Charm is basically he's doing a lot of lyricism about life is too short, and so I really love the lyrics to this song. Fifth song, Divine Intervention. This is classic Stones with so much Easter eggs, pixie dust, gold dust thrown into it. It's got that Shattered, Rolling Stones Shattered song vibe to it. Classic Stones with classic Keith doing his. I'll go more further than his background vocals. It's the classic Keith accents where Mick leaves off a verse and Keith finishes, and it's, oh my God, it's one of my favorite songs off the album. But there's a lot of gems in here. Um, Track 6, Ringing Hollow. This is a classic Rolling Stones country song. Mick is like really good at the singing the country twang. Um, and this song, Ringing Hollow, reminds me so much of Deer Tick. Deer Tick, if you're listening, they're from Providence, Rhode Island. Please cover this song because it has Deer Tick written all over it, big time. Um, Track 7, Never Want to Lose You. Robert Smith from The Cure is on bass, and it reminds you of like the early '80s Stones, and his bass playing is really cool. It reminds me of Bill Wyman before he left. It has that classic Bill Wyman, almost disco funk upbeat, cool rhythm to it. Really a cool song. Track 8, Hit Me in the Head. This is a very heavy song. One of the probably most heaviest songs that the Stones have done. It's almost like modern post-punk, uh, post-punk pop. So it is a bit poppy, but it's very heavy with a punk element to it. Um, and there's a couple of F-bombs in there too. You can't have punk without a couple of F-bombs. Track 9, You Know I'm No Good, which is an Amy Winehouse song that the Rolling Stones covered, which is super cool. It's a hidden gem. 10, track 10, Some of Us. This is the Keith Richards song. And it's kind of very dark, somber, foreboding, melancholy, but it also one of the lyrics in there, which they repeat quite a bit, which is kind of reminiscent of the vibe of the whole song, the meaning of the whole song, is called "Some of Us Are on Our Knees," and just the way he sings it, it really you almost would believe that he's not a multimillionaire. You almost believe like you can have a pint of beer with him at the local pub, and he just can relate to the common folk that some of us are on our knees, right? Track 11, Covered in You. Paul McCartney's on bass here. Um, Pop song. Um, and towards the end, he's got a little bit of like Mick is doing a little bit of rapping in there. And that's the genius of Mick Jagger, man. He is doing vocal acrobats, falsettos, a little bit of rapping on here, and he's at the top of his game. And I really hope they tour one more time. Um, I saw them in 1999 for the Steel's Wheels tour. They were good, but I heard even back then that they were using some backing tracks. Um, and someone I know actually saw like like a bunch of musicians underneath the stage, including drums. Mm, I'll say no more. Um, Track 12, Side Effects. Um, this is a drug song, but it's about the side effects and about shooting stuff in your veins, but it also has innuendos to prescription drugs and all these side effects. We see all these drug commercials on TV now, and the side effects outnumber the benefits in most cases. Um, so that's what that song is about. Track 13, Back in Your Life. This is a kind of a Mick Jagger ballad. The first half is a bit acoustic heavy. It's got a lot of nuances going on. Some nice melody, some nice harmony. Just a nice kind of brings the album, kind of levels out the album, kind of brings it. The song structure on this, the track listing, is so well thought out. Um, it's really a perfect album. And then track 14, which is the last cut, it's called Beautiful Delilah. This is a foot stomping, heavy blues song, um, with some like steel slide guitar accenting in there. Um, I on my music channel, I don't really score albums or whatever. I'm not going to say, this is a masterpiece, but this is a great Rolling Stones album, which deserves a solid 9 out of 10, maybe even a 10 out of 10. This might be a perfect album. Nothing's perfect. There are some, flaws here and there, maybe as far as, but there's nothing that I'm saying to myself as I'm listening to it, which I do often, but not here. There's nothing I'm saying like, what would they should have done this, or they should not have put that in there, or they should have. There's none of that. It's perfectly produced. All the songs are really good, and some of them are exceptional. This is a solid, great album. Can't recommend it enough. And if and when they tour next year, I hope they play 2 or 3 of these songs off this album. It's that good. So that's all I have for you, folks. I hope you enjoyed this review. If you do, like, subscribe, all that good stuff. Let's get this channel up and going. Hats off to you all, and rock on, folks.